and where they go. And Dunyawi people, yeah, that's true. They are. They are. So this guy, he basically like he used to work for Nokia back in the early 2000s. So Nokia basically said to him, Jan, we want to introduce online banking to people, but we don't know, how to do it. So what he would do is he would go to the lower developed, countries, see how they're doing it there, and then bring it over, to a higher developed, country. And what he saw was he went to Uganda, and he basically saw that Uganda was a thriving, city. Sorry, guys, it's going to be a little bit. I'll keep it brief, 2 more minutes. Yeah. So Uganda was a thriving.
Don't worry, bro. We're not going like this just yet.
so Uganda was a thriving city. So basically, the men would go out from their villages and go into the city, to work. So the men basically had a problem of how do they get the money back to their families, in the village. So there was 2 or 3 ways they were basically doing it. They were giving it to the bus driver, and they were saying, my wife lives at this village. Like, I'm going to give you this money. Give it to my wife at, this village. The second way they were doing it was they would go into the banks, and then the wife would pay for it. They would phone the wife. The wife would pay for a taxi from the village to the closest bank, and get the money. But then the banks popped onto it and started realizing, actually, no, like we're not going to, let you start putting small amounts of money in. You got to, put a minimum figure on it. So the third way, a random guy, very randomly, he did it. Was he basically had this money and he thought, how do I get this money back home to my family? And what they had at the time was, Nokia. Like Nokia basically had, the airtime credit. So like you would go to the shops, you would buy £10 of credit with a code, you would put it, on your phone. So in Uganda at the time, like to grow, the economy, what they did was in every village, they would have one guy who was the mobile phone operator. So basically they gave him a phone. Anybody in the village who wants to, call their family or whatnot, they would go to this guy, pay him a fee, use the airtime credit on the phone. And then like it would be a small business, for this guy. Like he would lend his phone out and get paid for it. So this one random guy in the city asked himself, I've got this money. Let me go to the marketplace. Let me buy the airtime voucher codes. Let me phone my operator back in like my village. Tell him to put the code in and then take a small amount and give the rest, to my wife in, money. And then all of a sudden, he had virtual money, traveling all over the place.
Whoa.
So this guy, he took that concept and he brought it to the UK, or he brought it, to the West. And he was like, guys, this is mobile banking right here. Like this is, something they're already doing. So they fine tune it and things. But to that little thing there, that one random guy, invented, was so valuable to the rest of the world. So valuable to the rest of the world. But he just didn't click onto the idea. He didn't click that this is, this is a £1 billion idea that I'm, like developing right now, kind of thing. Because he didn't have the desirability for it. He didn't realize that, this is a problem that everybody, has. It's just, I've got this problem. How do I solve it?
Necessity is the mother of all invention.
Exactly. So necessity is like the mother of, innovation. So that's why they end up going to, these smaller, countries where where necessity is a problem. Like it is a real necessity kind of thing. And that's where, they become innovative. We don't have many resources, but with the resources we do have, how can we do what we need to do with it kind of thing? And then from there, it's a desirability thing. He sees the desirability of it. He gives it to somebody where actually there's a lot of value in that. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, sorry guys. I mean,